Welcome to this week's episode in Shank Outdoors. I'm your host Sky, and we are at our little goat trail hideaway that we randomly found last episode. So we're out here, dogs are running around. The river is maybe 150 feet away. We'll say 200 tops. But it's quite the drop over there. And this is the more level spot to, I'm a little further in, but there's a couple spots that you could easily set up camp, enjoy a quiet evening, go fishing at the river. There's either this spot here, which is a little tighter to go down, or at the other end of the loop, because this goat trail does do a big loop, is you actually can walk right down to the river. Found it interesting that there's a little bench right there. Now, it's a pretty old bench. There's a whole bunch of trees now grown, blocking the river. But I do see, actually, I see a fire pit there now. I thought it was more for looking at the river, but there's so much tree coverage. But now I see there's actually a rock fire pit. Cool. So there you go. Even a fire pit ready. And yeah, just a nice little hidey hole. Little hiding hole. Hidey hole? Anyways, so I was listening to Jason with All Things Overlanding on the way out here, and he brought up an interesting conversation on hatred of YouTubers or overlanders. Now, I haven't seen, there's some mean comments, and there can be some bickering on videos posted on Facebook or in the comment section of the videos themselves. Come here. Sorry, dogs took off running. Don't know what they saw, but probably just a squirrel. Anyways, so I didn't get through the whole episode as I didn't download it prior to coming out, so I lost service and couldn't listen to the full episode. But from what I did catch is, he's seeing a lot of complaining or conversation on, we'll say, his channel and other channels on a Facebook group. And one of them, what I found really interesting, was that he was saying that a group member that watches his channel was complaining how this guy that does All Things Overlanding talks about overlanding all the time, equipment, when he goes out on adventures, his adventures, but was complaining that he's not going out west to where all these other overlanders are doing these epic mountain shots, adventures to different, backcountry areas. Because of where he's located, it's many hours or days to these areas, and right now, he isn't able just to get up and go. He also has a life. He has a family. He's got kids that go into sports, swimming, etc. And I found it it just blows my mind how somebody that's sitting at home in their comfy chair, watching a TV or sitting on the toilet watching a mobile phone, can complain that somebody isn't going and shooting video to where they think they should be shooting video. As a creator, I'm not only creating content for you to watch, I'm creating content that I enjoy myself. And as much as I want to be seeing a whole bunch of places in the United States as I'm Canadian, I don't see that in my future for another couple years. Not only because of how much it would cost for me to do a cross-country trip, but also the time. I also have a family. He's 9-year-old, going to be 10. I have a 20-year-old, and I have work. This isn't my full-time job. As much as YouTube would be amazing to be a full-time job. Now, technically, I shouldn't say that. YouTube is my second full-time job, but I'm not being paid as a second job. I'm not making money like I am with my actual career outside of YouTube. If I was making that type of money, maybe that'd be a different story of where I'd be and where I'd go on adventures. But back to viewers, listeners of a podcast, or viewers of a channel. Molly! Lost my train of thought there, making sure my dogs aren't going down by the river. So yes, I would consider YouTube as my second full-time job because of how much time and effort that I put in, and any creator that puts in to record, edit, think of ideas, posting, etc., especially if you're doing one or more episodes a week. So to have viewers complain that you're not shooting certain videos in certain locations just blew my mind. I never thought of that being and maybe it was more to be a conversation. I could see it being a conversation going, hey, are you making a trip out this way? When do you think you're going to hit such a place? It'd be cool to meet up. Or, have you ever been here? Because I'm thinking of going and want your input. That type of conversation. But to actually go out and complain on that this person never goes here, I don't know why I'm watching his videos, listening to his podcast, is just mind-blowing. But we are human. We all choose, I guess, how we want to live our lives and how we want to spark conversation. I just never thought of that. Now, I'm not as big as All Things Overlanding, so maybe that time will come for me. But to have, again, I can see it going as a conversation, but for, the hatred on YouTube or around YouTubers is pretty intense. As most people call them, keyboard warriors. It's interesting how easy it is to complain or hate on somebody versus being nice, congratulating, welcoming, giving somebody a hand. How complete opposite those are. Now, for some people, hatred's not even in their vocabulary. They're just always a genuine, nice person, no matter what they're doing. Always willing to lend a hand, always smiling, having a great, conversation, etc. But when it comes to the internet, you always more see the hatred comments or conversations versus the good ones, because a lot of the time, most viewers just watch. They might like the video. If they haven't subscribed, they might eventually subscribe, but most of the time they just watch. And then when you do get the comments, you get the people that are complaining or hating on the video, and then you get the small percentage that actually say thank you for creating that video, asking a question on whatever the topic was of that video. And you got to really love those comments that are asking questions so you can respond back, and maybe it's another video idea. You're just, you see that they actually enjoyed your video, they watched it, they want to know more, and now you can go more in depth with them and have a conversation. And they're chasing squirrels. But the squirrel's faster than they are. Now, there is creators out there that thrive off of that negativity, and that's their choice. But at the same time, for these viewers that have these negative comments or complain that someone's not doing a certain thing in their video, I would like to see, I would like those people to actually try what they're wanting that creator to do. This is a lot more work than what most people realize. It's not, as much people say it's just clicking record and staring at the camera. It's so much more, mentally, physically, everything. When it comes right to hitting record, setting up your shot, editing, posting, thinking of the topic, talking to the camera. That's the biggest struggle for most people, is just talking to the camera. So I hope, with YouTube growing more and more each year, YouTube's getting older every year, I hope to see a change where people, really do just enjoy what people create and give them applause, give them an idea for their next video, whatever they can do, because as a creator, we do a lot of work, and YouTube's free. Unless you're paying for the subscription on YouTube so that you don't have to watch ads, that's totally up to you. But again, as a viewer, YouTube's free. So for creators posting content on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, that's free for you to open your phone and swipe. So if you can, when you're watching somebody's video or listening to somebody's podcast, give them a like, give them 5 stars. Say, hey, enjoyed the video. Just interact with that creator, letting them know that you enjoyed what you just watched. It really goes a long way for the creator. That's all I got for this episode. It really caught me off guard listening to All Things Overland's episode, and I look forward to listening to the rest of it on my way out once I'm back in service, as I do enjoy his topics, his thoughts around overlanding itself, his gear he uses, and yeah, just go out and enjoy adventure. Go out and enjoy the outdoors, just like we are, except for we're staring at a camera while we're enjoying it. So get out there, explore, have fun in the outdoors. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.